Hi, everyone. Welcome to 30 and Rising, a podcast brought to you by Barcelona Creative Group. I'm Juli Barcelona, and I'm one of your hosts today.
I'm Cate Horvatic, your co-host for today.
How are we doing today, Cate?
Feeling good today. Kind of excited about the topic we're going to cover.
So for Cate and I, co-hosting a podcast is a little unique because, well, first of all, we're sisters, but we also work together. So we spend a lot of time together, right, Cate?
That's right. Lots of family time, lots of work time spent together.
So why not also host a podcast together, right?
Yep.
So, and not only do we work together, but we work alongside our dad, Tom Barcelona, who started Barcelona Creative Group 30 years ago.
And in addition to our dad, Juli and I also serve in leadership roles here at the agency. So we are the second generation in a family-owned company.
Yep. And Barcelona Creative Group is a brand and marketing agency, and we specialize in building brands inside and out for mostly B2B organizations. So naturally, in our 30 and Rising podcast, we would talk about building brands and marketing strategies and opportunities to grow your business, but also more specifically, how we help organizations large and small achieve their marketing and their business goals.
Right. And we also might fit in some fun topics here and there, such as how we run a family business together and still choose to spend time together outside of work, or
most times,
or how we juggle running an agency, raising young kids, and still finding free time,
which is nearly impossible these days. I would give anything for some alone time after the last couple of months here.
I think anyone would.
I think so too. So let's get started with today's topic. What are we talking about today, Cate?
Today we're going to talk about your marketing strategy, how your marketing strategy can help you stand out from your competitors.
Right, and especially today when so many things about the business world have changed. Where to find your customers has changed, how to reach people has changed, and even what organizations should say in their marketing has changed. And we're seeing, so many businesses question whether or not they should even be spending their marketing dollars right now, or in some cases, those marketing dollars have just completely gone away. And some might say that you should take whatever marketing plan you developed for 2020, just rip it up and toss it away. But in reality, I think it's your ability to pivot in times of change, in times like this, that's more critical. And getting creative, being innovative, that's what's important. And staying on the offensive is a must. What do you think about all that, Cate?
It is critical. The old adage says, when times are good, you should advertise. When times are bad, you must advertise. Think about the competitive advantages that can be gained while your competitors are cutting back on their marketing. And if you continue, you increase your brand voice, you increase your market share within your community amongst both your current clients and potential new clients.
So today, what digital strategies are trending or gaining momentum as a result of the changes in people's lives and, in their habits the last number of months? Media consumption has definitely become more fluid with people spending more time at home. It was high before, and now it seems like it's just around the clock. And customer acquisition has accelerated, especially when it comes to paid streaming of video and audio content. And across all generations, there's just no doubt that people they love digital entertainment.
That's true, they do. Between smartphones, tablets, smart TVs, laptops, U.S. households have, on an average, 7 digital devices with screens, and that's every U.S. household.
If I think about that really quickly, I think I have 12 devices.
12? Yeah, I think you might have me beat, but my household's certainly not that far behind that number. Paid subscription services are up across all generations. They were on the rise pre-COVID, and post-COVID, they're climbing even more. Streaming video is in the lead, and streaming music services is number 2.
Well, let's take a few minutes and just focus on video. How many people do you think have subscriptions to video services? Let's use you, Cate. You're a cord cutter. How many do you think you have?
At least 8 at any given time.
Yeah. So Since COVID began, 23% of US consumers have added at least one paid streaming video service. So now that's 4/5 of the US consumers have at least one streaming video subscription. And 47% of those consumers use at least one free ad-supported streaming video service. So what does all that mean for your marketing? It means that connected TV advertising is just a huge opportunity and it's highly affordable. Cate, why don't you walk everyone through exactly what connected TV is?
Right. You may have heard of connected TV. It's also known as OTT, which stands for over the top. Basically, connected TV is video programming that's transmitted via the internet, not on traditional broadcast or cable. So users stream TV content using an internet connection and a connected device. Connected device is something like a Roku or a smart TV, Fire TV sticks, Apple TV, Chromecast. So for one example, content can come from over-the-top internet television services, something like Sling TV, which allows people to watch live TV, basic channels, NBC, Fox, CNN, ESPN, Food Network. Or another example is that a user might have the ABC or Hulu app downloaded onto their device, and that's how they're watching that programming. So as an advertiser, you have access to all those channels I listed, plus tons more, and your 15 or 30-second ad appears within the program as the person is watching. And because it's a digital tactic, we have so many ways to target the right people for your business. So if you want to reach a certain zip code or city, state, even nationwide, you can do that.
Well, but geography is only the beginning. I mean, so then, we help determine how we're going to find the right people for your business. And we can do that in a lot of different ways. We can do that by choosing categories based on people's online behavior, or with artificial intelligence, or what's called AI targeting, which is a super cool tactic. And we can even layer in YouTube advertising.
Wait. Let's tell them what we mean when we say choose categories based on people's online behavior. What does that mean?
Well, let's take me, for example. I'm married. I'm a mom. I'm a college graduate. I'm a small business professional. I also love music. I have a certain credit level, just like you. I look at news online. I shop for clothes. I research travel. Mm-hmm. I frequent restaurants. Used to frequent them a lot more, but I still frequent restaurants. And the list just goes on. And each of those behaviors puts me into a category that people, might select to reach me for their products or services. It's all a little scary, isn't it?
I mean, sure, as a consumer, it's scary, but as an advertiser, it's pretty genius.
True. It is pretty genius. So what are a couple of benefits to using OTT or digital TV advertising versus that traditional cable or broadcast TV advertising that people know so well? For one, 72% of users can recall seeing a specific OTT ad, and 66% of those users have learned about a new product or a company because of an OTT ad. And here's my favorite one. 40% of OTT users have seen an ad, paused the content that they're watching, and gone online to purchase or learn more right on the spot.
Yeah, I mean, I can say as a cord cutter, I remember the ads that I see because for the most part, I can't skip through them. So I tend to watch them and stick around in between, and they tend to resonate.
Yeah, and even if someone only watches your video ad for a few seconds, ad recall is lifted, brand awareness is lifted, as well as the intent to purchase. All those things are lifted. So really, I mean, think about it. How's that for not only ad recall, but just conversion and ROI based on results? Mm-hmm. And, the best part is that because this is all digital, you get data. We can show you real metrics and we can show you results. And that just helps you be able to determine ROI on those really, coveted marketing dollars. And I think it's a great alternative for businesses who maybe can't afford to or just don't want to utilize cable or broadcast TV advertising, but they may still want to reach the right groups of people in the right geography through streaming TV, or video advertising.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Julie, earlier you mentioned online audio, talked about how that's increasing in popularity both pre and post-COVID. So let's dive into that for a few minutes, because that's another digital tactic that makes a lot of sense for advertisers right now, right?
Yeah, it sure is. 67% of the U.S. population listens to online audio. And that was before people were spending so much time at home due to COVID. And it's projected by the end of 2020 that 75% of all U.S. households will have a smart speaker. I know, we have a couple in our house, and online audio users are spending almost 17 hours a week just listening to online content. I mean, that's a huge number.
Yeah, that's a lot. And, speaking for myself, I spend several hours a day listening to music online, and I don't actually have a paid subscription, but I listen to Spotify. And, we talked earlier about those behavior categories, the ones that we mentioned, that you and I might fit into based on our online behavior. Do those apply to online audio advertising as well?
They sure do. And, there's thousands more categories to target people on top of, I think I rattled off 10 or 12 that I fit into, and there's just thousands upon thousands. And I know that can even seem scary when you say that, but, that's where we come in. We really help clients figure out the best groups of people, those best categories for their brand.
Right.
So,
which ones make sense.
Yeah.
So what does online audio advertising look like? What's a simple explanation of it?
Audio ads are served to online listeners who are consuming audio content across all types of devices, including those smart speakers that I just mentioned a minute ago. So mobile devices, desktops, tablets. And with this digital tactic, those 15 and 30-second audio ads play in online content like music and podcasts and sports events. And they play on some of them, depending on the platform that they're playing on, they're served along with a companion digital ad, and there's no additional cost for that. So you get that added boost of that brand awareness from a visual standpoint, as well as that audio ad. That's tough to say. Say that 10 times, right?
You got through it. I also mentioned that I spend a lot of time listening to Spotify, but I don't have the paid subscription. Ads run there.
They do. And other major streaming services like SoundCloud and iHeart, Triton, and, there's many others.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people, unlike me, they pay not to have to listen to those ads when they're listening. So what impact might that have on, an advertiser's willingness to use online audio?
Well, I think that's a great and really relevant question to ask. I mean, much like digital TV, most people across all generations use that free ad-supported subscription. In fact, ad-supported listening accounts for around 77% of music streaming app accounts. And that's just music apps. I mean, there's so many more ways to stream audio content, from podcasts, sporting events, news, and a lot more. And all people, it is said that all people have an ad tolerance of between 7 and 14 minutes per hour. So that's a lot. I mean, when you think about it. So not everyone ignores ads, and there's still a tremendous amount of people who are listening to online audio for that content. And, just like digital TV, with online audio, we have that same access to data. So you can see what's happening. You can pivot, we can help pivot based on those insights. And more importantly, we can measure and give clients those real results from their marketing dollars.
Right. And I feel like we've talked quite a bit about benefits and opportunities for businesses that connected TV and online audio advertising can offer, and how these tactics can help organizations really stand out from their competitors. And yet, I feel like that's just the tip of the digital marketing iceberg.
Yeah, well, luckily we can just continue to talk about other strategies and tactics, whether that be digital, social, video, and, the many other ways to achieve success with your marketing this year, or maybe as you plan for next year and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'd like to thank you for joining Kate and me today, and to everybody listening. We hope you enjoy our 30 and Rising podcast as much as we enjoy recording it. And we hope that you'll tune in next time. And, you can always reach out or visit us at barcelonacreative.com or connect with Barcelona Creative Group on most social media platforms. So until next time, stay creative.